No, we have a quorum.
Just a
Mark.
minute. Yeah.
Okay. Right here.
Since we're the only ones here, let me just. Yeah.
Is it, sorry, go ahead, Jim.
You should be receiving a shortly. It's we have a quorum of the majority of the planning board is here, and the meeting is called to order pursuant to Chapter 22 of the Acts of 2022 as amended. This meeting is being conducted in a remote Zoom format. The public has been provided with adequate alternative means of access via Zoom, as noted in the posted meeting notice, along with access and participation instructions. As chair, I here notify all participants that this meeting is also being recorded by the town through Hadley Media and will be made accessible to the public in accordance with Mass General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 20F. Any persons who want to record or transmit this meeting must inform the chair at this time. Anybody else recording? If not, those in attendance for the planning board are Kishore Parmar, myself, Jim Maximowski, Joe Zagrodnik, Mr. Bill Dwyer, and Mark Dunn. And there we go. Just out of curiosity, why do we care if somebody else is recording this? I know we're supposed to say that, but do we read?
I'm not sure, and I have it locked down so no one else can record it directly.
Yeah.
Although I
That
suppose
just washed over from the NFL.
it's like the FBI warning on the videotapes.
All right. Mr. Sorrell and Marley, it's up to you.
Great. Well, guys, thank you so much for agreeing to hold this special hearing in the first place. I just wanted to say thank you very much. Could I share my screen?
Go ahead and hit the request. If you go to share screen,
I go to the share button, but I don't.
This is
disabled share. Let's see.
Does it give you an option to ask the host?
No, it does not seem to. It just says host disabled attendee screen sharing.
Okay. So I have to go fishing for where.
If I try to share, it says send request.
Why don't you do that? Hit send request.
Do you not have that, Doug?
I do not have that. No, I just hit share and it just says disabled share.
Well, I don't want to share, but I'll send you a request anyway.
Okay. Should be multiple presenters can share. Go ahead.
Great. Now I've got the opportunity.
I'm glad I could help.
Yes, thank you for being a catalyst in that regard. Okay, the plan that I have here on the screen, so this is for Gordon Cook's property. So I'm here, of course, with Jake Marley with Hyperion Systems, and we're here on behalf of Gordon Cook for...
I'm seeing a white screen.
You're seeing a white screen. Interesting.
Anybody else?
Well, it was just up there.
Yeah,
it disappeared.
Let's do a little quick switcheroo here.
Been whitewashed.
Oops, wrong screen.
Go out and go back in.
That's what we'll do here. Okay, let's try that. And that, are you seeing that?
There it is. Yes, that's it.
All right, wonderful. So this plan was sent back in April 22nd. The main revision of this plan was the removal of the screening trees north and south of the access road, and also north along the north property line. There were two gaps where we were previously proposing some evergreen screening trees. Conversations with the Conservation Commission moved us in the direction of removing those trees, and the commission has since approved the plan that we have up on the screen. And last we discussed informally, not at a public hearing, we had shared this plan with all of you, and so wanted to see now that we're in a public hearing, if there were any specific additional questions about this plan or the project at large.
Can you explain again, Doug, what changed?
Absolutely. There, I can actually show you the difference. If this gets larger, let's.
So your original plan was April 22 of 26. What's your revision date?
The original plan, that was the revision date. The original date of the plans was February 27th. And the revision date is April 22nd. This is the February 27th plan, and highlighted for presentation purposes was the bordering vegetated wetland that was delineated in this thickest blue line. What's highlighted here, these little green circles, I'll zoom in a little bit more. South of the road, along the eastern edge of this intermittent stream, and north of the road on the east side of the intermittent stream, and then two gaps in existing vegetation from the survey on this property where we were proposing evergreen screening. And we had walked through a series of photos that were really showing that there's a lot of existing vegetation that is here. So following the new bylaw that you have the ability to waive screening, pre the change in the bylaw, with the bylaw stating that it shall be reasonable screening shall be provided. We were making the argument, and we still are making the argument, that the existing vegetation within the intermittent stream and along the northern boundary is providing reasonable screening. The commission added a condition that Gordon Cook is not to clear cut the vegetation that is within the intermittent stream for farm part of his exempt maintenance for land and agricultural use, unless vegetation falls directly, like a tree falls into his farm fields, then he's allowed to remove that. But he is supposed to keep this vegetation present within the intermittent stream, which he's okay with doing. And so with that, we moved to this plan. So the commission has approved the revised plan. I flipped over to the April 22nd plan that does not show that no longer shows the proposed additional trees for screening. So that's the only change that had occurred.
Gotcha. So do we feel that the existing screening is reasonable? That's where we are?
That's correct.
Yes. Yeah. When you drive by the site, Mark, I mean, it's not like it's not like the panel will be totally obliterated by the existing screening, but it's going to be pretty difficult to see them, because there's a lot of, I'm going to just call it, there's more than tree. There's all kinds of bushes and shrubs and just a lot of growth that shields that back property.
Yeah. No, I understood. Agreed.
And so here's some photos from the winter months in this. Sorry, let's zoom out here just to see if I can zoom out. This photo is looking from the Flavors Ice Cream Shop across the site in the winter. This is the vegetation that exists here during the summer months. So there is a significant amount of vegetation that's growing there. And these are the fields that are west of the intermittent stream. And so the proposed panels are on the other side of like this large hedgerow, which is of staghorn sumac and various other native plants that are in that intermittent stream. Looking from the northwest, looking southeast into the site, this is certainly corn at its peak in the summer months. This is vegetation that exists in the winter months. In the top left photo, the top right photo, these little sort of dark plants were rendered evergreens, arborvitae evergreens that were previously proposing. But there's sufficient vegetation. Certainly seasonally, there may be small views as you're driving down the road, but as you get further south from being northwest, as soon as you are west and looking east on the site, there's really a small gap in time, which really at the Flavor Shop is the only vantage that you get. So for a brief moment, you would see it. But as you go further south, I don't have photos from the southwest looking northeast, but there's a large mound and the grades change. And so it's really difficult. You can't really see into the site at all. So, and certainly summer months, again, there's a significant amount of vegetation in there. So, we're making the case that there is reasonable screening from the existing vegetation that is there. I'll flip back over to the current plan here.
In addition to that, I spent a lot of time with Gordy talking about where these screening trees would go along the wetland bordering. It was actually in the wetland area. And we proposed that plan to Conscom, and after a meeting or two, it was determined they did not like that plan of having the trees planted there and asked for them to be removed. And so that was what spurred this in April and some of the revisions then, in addition to we talked about maybe planting a row in parallel on the western side. That would be in the Hayde area and taking that out of production and adding some potential obstacles for the farm as well. In the southwest corner, if we had screening trees in there, it would be really very difficult to pass for the tractors and equipment to move through there. So it was a bit of a twofold. And Gordon and I did spend considerable time talking about the trees and where to plant these. And it did coincide a bit with the change in language of the bylaw. And so that's, I think, twofold how we ended up
Where's the
with this
electrical
plan,
switch gear
with this
going to be?
information. West, closer to South Street. Doug, if you
Are you able to see my mouse moving here?
Yes.
What was the question, Jim?
Where's the electrical switch gear going to be located?
Oh, right here, which is to the west of the intermittent stream crossing.
Okay.
we will still need to just declare, we will need to trench out to the array. And
Correct. Yeah, there's still a proposed crossing at the same time during a dry period for the intermittent stream, where Gordon is going to replace that culvert that is in the crossing, and at the same time, then we would conduct the trenching activities. Complete with erosion control during that process to really eliminate any sediment from going into that into the wetlands there into that intermittent stream. Which when we do this should not be a stream at the time. It will be done when it's dry.
If you're digging today, it's gonna be pretty dry out there.
Exactly.
And that flows north to south?
That flows actually, I believe it's from the south to the north.
Oh, okay.
This is the,
Right. Because you said that there's a mound to the south.
that's right.
Southwest, right.
Yeah, this is a larger, higher elevation here. You can see the contours climbing as you come down the road. You have to come around that mound for you to really be able to get a view.
Right.
And then as soon as you get really past, Gordon's Flavor Shops, about here, and then as soon as you kind of get past that, there's a barn that is here, pretty small in the plans, but then as you get past, there's a whole lot of vegetation. So.
Thank you, Doug and Jake. I have no concerns. I don't know about.
Anybody else have any
Yes.
questions or comments?
I have nothing to add.
No?
Nothing.
All right.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the application for site plan approval special permit and solar special permit based upon the following findings. Project satisfies the general purpose of the site plan approval bylaw. Project is in harmony with the general purpose of the solar bylaw. And not detrimental to the established future character of the neighborhood. Intended doesn't apply. The work will be conducted in accordance with the site plan dated February 27, 26, as revised April 22, 26, and the solar energy special permit application package as submitted.
I would second that.
Following conditions, the approval is for an agrivoltaic dual-use ground-mounted system to allow for agricultural activities to occur under and around the solar array. No sign is proposed, no outdoor lighting is proposed, nothing not shown on the plan, no storage trailers, shipping containers, or other storage structures are allowed. No performance security under the site plan approval bylaw, as the solar bylaw contains adequate provisions, subject to approval of other boards if and as required. This is a large-scale ground-mounted solar system, not designed as an on-site solar energy system as defined in the bylaw. As such, it requires site plan approval and solar energy system special permit. It's located in the agricultural residential district. It will be screened from view from public, be adequately screened. I'll just add that in. As shown on the approved plans. The applicant should provide surety for removal, and the amount you have is $28,355, to which I have to multiply by a factor of 1.5 to allow for prevailing wage if we have to go in and do it. So that comes out to 28,355 times 1.5 equals 42,532.50. And in a form satisfactory to the treasurer's office.
Oh, yeah, and actually, so Jake had done a breakdown of this. I'm seeing concern on Jake's face, and I think he may be looking for the document that I'm looking for right now. which
All I have is what you sent me, which says
That-
28,355.
That is correct. And so Jake had done a breakdown, which I would imagine he would be happy to share, but using the New York CERTA process for reviewing the cost and the cost in 2025 and the cost in 2045 when decommissioning would occur. And I am now better understanding this chart because he does have a line item in here in the total net decommissioning cost. He had a line in here which had a 1.5 multiplication for the prevailing wage, and that with the 1.5 multiplication that came out to 28,355. So the previous number of the net decommissioning cost, the total net decommissioning cost is $18,903.
Okay. You may have sent that. If you haven't, so I don't have to go look for it, just send it again. So-
I sent the individual number, but not the chart. So Jake, if you're okay with me sharing that chart,
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it provided for that purpose.
Yeah, we don't need to share it, just need to send it. So I
Okay.
have it in the file.
Understood.
And absent notice of proposed date of decommissioning, the project system should be considered abandoned when it fails to operate for more than 1 year. And there's some standard condition, any system which has reached the end of its useful life or has been abandoned shall be removed. We've performed an administrative review of this. And specifically, no site lighting, no signs except emergency signs. The only appurtenant structure is the switching facility, I guess. You provide the copies of the project summary, electrical schematics to local emergency services. And that's it. That's the motion.
Okay,
Second.
second, motion second, Mark seconded it. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Dunn, aye.
Dwyer, aye.
Maximovsky, aye.
Palmer, aye. Zagradnik, aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Very good.
Wonderful. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it very much.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Uh,
you, Doug. Thank you, Jake.
Of course, yes, and
Thank you.
Bill, that is in the email box for the
Okay,
planning board.
thank you.
That document.
As we have nothing else on the agenda, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor, roll call.
Dunn, aye.
Dwyer, aye.
Maximovsky, aye.
Palmer, aye. Zagradnik, aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. See you
Good night.
on Tuesday.